Hi there, guys. Fat Guy's back. Recently we had Prime Day, and I decided to take advantage of some overtime that I got and do a little shopping. Now, Prime Day, if you don't know what it is Amazon with their Prime memberships. On Prime Day, you can get some pretty decent discounts. This usually applies more to electronics, though. There was a little bit of camping gear, as we can see. I think I paid $16 for the bag. I think everything else was under 10. So, I think the stove was 11, but pretty good deals. And unfortunately, I can't test out everything to its full max because, well, in this park there was somebody using the table that I usually use, and not a lot of wood in this riverbed here. So, but the funny thing is there's not a lot of people in the park itself, which is kind of odd for a very beautiful day like today. So, with that said, let's get some of this out and start cooking my lunch today. See, the first thing I have is this wood-burning stove. I would have loved to build a fire in this thing and cook on it, but just not really plausible right at the moment. What I did was I sacrificed an old folding fork that I had, and because this thing did have a little dish, but for some reason it didn't fit in there correctly. I think there's supposed to be another slit in the back that just didn't get put in there somehow. Because without that slit, there's no way to shut this thing around that disc. So right now we're going with my little setup, and today we will be cooking with hand sanitizer because I seem to have an abundance of it suddenly. So the other thing I got was a canteen and cup set. Came with a folding spork and a cover. I think this was around $10. It's $15 now, but anyway. Another score was actually this thing. This is not what I bought. This is roughly around $15. I think $15.99. It's a cookware set. I ordered something that's more akin to the GI mess kit that I have, except square. It was about $10, so I paid $10 and ended up getting this thing instead. I did order a replacement, so hopefully I'll be able to review that one pretty soon. I was actually going to pick one of these up, so I guess I got a deal on it. Anyway, we'll be putting this bad boy to the test. Comes with a plate, a pot, nausea, and a pan. So we're going to be making dinner with these things. And yes, they've all been washed out. Always wash your equipment before you use it. I got a knife sharpener for about $3 or $4. Usually these are around $9, $10, so kind of a cool little deal on that. And I don't know how to use a stone very well, but I do know running your knives through here, honing it up with that, and then running it over a strop gives you a nice good edge. And then last but not least, I ended up picking up a 2-pack of these things, which is a titanium spork set. I got paid like 3 hours before the end of the sale, so I ended up getting this as a consolation because the ones I wanted were sold out. But it's still a spork, and it's titanium, so nice, light, and durable. Hopefully this isn't an incrimination video. Alright. Thing about alcohol is you don't know quite when that's caught or not. Anyway, we use the pots right now. A little bit of butter. This is the spork in question. And today we're going to have a hot pan. We're going to do Philly cheesesteaks, kind of. Sorry, we're under a bridge. You're going to hear footsteps and whatnot. Well, come on. I just realized I forgot wet wipes, so, you know, pants will probably be my napkins. Yeah, butter's almost melted. And a very stable cooking surface, I'd have to say. The reason I'm putting the reason I'm putting butter down is because I don't know how much fat the steak has. So we'll let that cook up and see how we go. All right, another dose of hand sanitizer later, and we finally got the steak to the point where it's done. We'll throw in our veggie tables. Good old pepper and onion. Isn't that sexy? Get that mixed in so they can fry up a little. This is going to be a good dinner. We're at a family park, so we'll go with a family-friendly beverage today. The reason I brought the Glock knife. Alright. Good stuff. Always pack out whatever you pack in. I have a feeling we're going to need another dose of hand sanitizer here before too long. But to go with this, I'm going to try one of these things out. Now this is cheating because, well, it comes with its own bowl. But at least it'll give me something to cook to use the canteen cup for, just to boil some water in. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need. Add water to fill line. Well, where is the fill line? Alright, so fill line's probably about there, so I'd say maybe a cup or two of water. Not even two, that's a cup of water. Alright, well, let's get this finished up and then we'll start on mac and cheese. Right now I'm just trying to boil out that water, which, as you can see, I'm running out of fuel. So I've got to take care of that, and we can get back to cooking. Now this is probably done, but those vegetables probably don't have much flavor in them. Let's see if we can take care of this fuel problem. Switching up brands. Get out of there, bug. Alright. That is my dinner. Alright. Well, other than the limited amount of fuel it can hold, this is working out pretty well. Once I'm able to burn some sticks in it, I bet this thing will really shine. But I just didn't want to take that chance right now, and plus, you know, you're in the middle of a park, it might look a little suspicious when you have some smoke flying up in the air. You would think that they would put graduation marks on these things. That may be more than what we need. Get that going. And while we're waiting on water, I can work on dessert. Make some of this stuff up. And to save myself some pain here, we're going to use this almond and coconut creamer because it was cheap. And I don't have to worry about it going bad while it's out here in the heat. So yeah, we'll see how this is. Let's try this stuff out first. It says 0 sugar, and I didn't see anything in the ingredients list that mentioned any artificial sweetener, so I'm assuming it's unsweetened. That would be correct. Well, it says this stuff wants 2 cups of water and or 2 cups of milk and beaten until smooth. So we'll see how we can do this with a titanium fork and 11 ounces of creamer. Well, it does seem to be full, and it's probably going to be lumpy because no matter how I do this, it's going to it's not going to be happy. Okay, so I got that pudding as well as I'm going to get it. And this thing says do not drain. Stir in pouch. Mix 2 to 3 minutes for cheesiness. So, okay, so I have to cook the pasta first. Which sounds like duh, but you know, these things can be a little tricky sometimes. Alright, so those handles are warm. So that's the bad thing about this cup. Handles are a little too close to the cooking surface. Nope, that didn't work. Should have brought some gloves. Okay, that's handleable. For now. Hey, damn it, stay somewhere. Alright, get this one now. Okay, well, it's not burning off skin yet, so. Yeah, I definitely overdid it. Alright. Our magic mixer. So 2 to 3 minutes it says. I was supposed to cover this up. So, let's see what I can do with that. About as covered up as we're going to get. It looks like we're in for another dose because I'm going to warm up that, warm up the cheese steak. Alright, so here is our mac and cheese. Well, mac. We'll add the cheese. While we burn, while we burn our steak. This is all starting to smell really good. How about we lay you down here for a sec? Alright, we'll let this set and do its thing while we make sure our oh yeah, that's starting to get sexy. And man, does that mac and cheese taste really good. And that's before it's already set. And look how nice and creamy that is. And man, does that taste good. I'm definitely going to be stocking up on some of those. You can see that's on its last leg. So it should be about time to start gathering up everything. And here's our pudding. It doesn't have the world's greatest consistency, but it's pudding. I'd call that pudding-like. Oh, it'll be dessert. It's a kinda cheesesteak because I didn't bring bread. I brought some tortillas, and they're kind of interesting, sweet Hawaiian tortillas, and then some pepper jack cheese. So let's get this thing trayed up. And there we go. And of course we have some loudmouths. But anyway, I think it looks pretty good. Let's munch down and enjoy the scenery. Oh my, that is good. Look at that. Now, I didn't add salt or pepper, mainly because my stove is kind of standing on it. But, yeah, this stuff is really good. And I'm pretty impressed with that mac and cheese, too. And, of course, we have this stuff, which is excellent. Has a nice kick to it. And made by Cheetos. It tastes very much like the Cheetos jalapeno. I think this was $1. They had them on sale. So, yeah, if you're in the market, pick it up. And now we're on to the lumpy pudding. Got that vanilla, banana, and coconut flavor. This feels like it should be a pina colada. So mix it with rum. That's some good stuff. Don't know if my fat butt will eat all of this. I am the angry fat guy, but you know, I'm hoping not to be too fat too long. I wouldn't mind there being a fat lady in my future, I guess. But that's the angry fat guy, all fed and signing off. You guys enjoy your month, day, year, whatever. Enjoy it. And get out and enjoy some of this nature. Beautiful out here.